So, for those of you who have just watched the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix of 2024, what did you learn? Well, those of you with the ability to think, you'll have seen that everything that Martin Brundle said 3 years ago in 2021 is a lie. Over the course of the last 3 years, everything that Martin Brundle said in 2021 has ultimately been revealed as being a lie. Because along the way, Martin Brundle has said the opposite of all that he said back in 2021. Where's the consistency? The consistency is because there is no consistency, and that's because it was a lie. It was a contrivance. It was a lie. Now, the latest one that you heard today was McLaren are in the lead of the race with Lando Norris. Today's narrative was all about the constructors' title because the driver's title was secured a couple of races ago. So having secured the title once again for Max, they can now impose penalties on Max when Max commits an infringement. And then when Max calls the steward stupid, because that's the kind of individual that Max is. If the entire population had the mindset of Max Verstappen and conducted themselves in the way that Max Verstappen does, the world would be a horrible place to live. The world would be a horrible place to live with no care, no consideration, everybody just out for themselves, and it would not be good. Think of the film Mad Max. Yeah, like that. So, I'm not going to talk too much today about it because there's no point. I would rather you spent your time watching what is on the screen now in front of you. I'm going to put a link to that. Your time would be much better spent watching what is on the screen 2 or 3 times and letting it sink. Because ultimately, although I've only recently discovered this, it's things that we all know. It's things that have underpinned why I have actually taken to YouTube 2 years ago, why I took to Facebook 3 years ago, exposing fraud, exposing corruption, things that have been uncovered along the way, things that I've learned along the way. But deep down, we knew. In our gut, we knew. Decent people who have integrity, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, you know what's acceptable, you know what's not. You don't necessarily know all of the reasons there and then. You don't necessarily know the purpose of the regulation. You don't know the wording of the regulations. You don't know why rules are necessarily written a certain way. That's all superficial stuff, really. We just carry on with our lives. But you knew that something took place and it was wrong. And nothing changed. And people benefited. And the media get used to tell you to move on. You're all having a great time. You're all having a great life. Move on. Move on. Move on. But their lives, they're all better. They're all making money that you can't even imagine. They're able to do things in their lives and buy things in their lives that you can't even imagine. But you're doing great. You move on. Watch this film that's in front of you now. Few things about today though. If you remember 2021, Max Verstappen pitted on around about lap 12, something like that. Hamilton was in the lead. Hamilton was in the lead on medium tyres. Max started the race on soft compound tyres that were going to wear out soon, quickly, because they're soft compound tyres and they wear out quicker than medium compound tyres wear out. So Max pitted to change them on about lap 12, something like that. What did Mercedes do? What did you hear today from the expert of the sport, Martin Brundle? What did you hear him say about McLaren, about Lando Norris? Oh, what you don't want to be is risk pitting and then there'll be a safety car because all of the people around you will get to make their stops and actually save 10 seconds on what it cost you for being able to pit under safety car. So you pit early and you run the risk of there then being a safety incident which requires a safety car, and you lose out by 10 seconds on those that are then able to pit and save that 10 seconds that you've already spent by pitting early. 2021, it was clever cards. Red Bull played some clever cards. Oh, Mercedes are covering it off. Today, oh, McLaren need to run their own race. They need to ignore what the other teams are doing. They have it all under their own control and they need to run their own race. What did Mercedes need to do in 2021? Medium compound of tyre, which could have easily gone to lap 20. Some would have gone to lap 25. You run to lap 20, lap 25, when not only has Verstappen already pitted on lap 12 from his soft compound tyres, Perez, his teammate, who is also on soft compound tyres and will need to pit off of those, oh, you don't get held up behind Perez. You don't have this, oh, the Minister of Defence that's taken however many seconds he took out of Hamilton's race time through holding Hamilton up, allowing Max Verstappen to close up on him. The entire thing was choreographed. The entire Abu Dhabi 2021 was choreographed. Pre-agreements. People had got together and choreographed how that show was going to unfold. Understand that. Listen to what Brundle and Crofty said back in 2021 and compare that with a situation where a car is in the lead today. We don't need to worry about what anybody's doing behind us. We're in the lead. We run our race. In fact, the danger here in 2024 is if you're the one that pits first and then a safety incident occurs, that's going to give the advantage to them. 2021, it was a team in second that pitted first. If a safety incident then took place, Hamilton could have got a free cheap pit stop extending his lead in the front. But they didn't do that, did they? Oh, no. We're pitting Hamilton now. Oh, what's happening now? Oh, he's going to come out back on track just 4 seconds ahead again. Oh, but he's in the... Oh, no, Perez is in the way. Oh! Narrative. And we're told, Bono, what a great teammate of Lewis's is. It's all narrative. It's all narrative. Did take recordings from today's race. I didn't watch any of the practices, didn't watch any of the qualifying for this. Watched the race, took a recording of the audio. I might go through a few of the audio just to break down a few of the things. Quite frankly, I'm glad that this shit show of a facade is ended for this season. We can all get on and enjoy our winters. And that's what we need to do. Enjoy our winters. I'm going to be focusing again on Abu Dhabi 2021, clearly laying out all of the things that are wrong, and then you'll see what is going to happen. So if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel and share the content, because over the course of the next couple of months, we're going to need people who are true fans of Formula One to understand the true reality of what this show really is and understand what is actually going to happen, because when it happens, the mainstream media are not going to report the truth on it. Trust me on that. But you'll get to find out what's going on. So, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment, and it's going to be the link to the video thumbnail that you see on screen. If you do nothing else today, please watch that video and maybe watch it a couple of times and let it sink in. Thank you for your time.